Good afternoon. Welcome to Wip Wednesday. I had to just do that as a second take because I said rocks chat. I was going to say good afternoon instead of good morning and got it all wrong. Oh well, never mind. That's what reruns are for. So anyway, it's a beautiful sunny day. Absolutely gorgeous out there today. Glorious. Glorious it is. So I've got some whips to show you. Some you've seen and some you've not. So this one is pretty much ongoing and will be for quite some time. This is Gary's blanket. Obviously it's warm now, so I've got a while to make this before he needs it again. So this is actually got quite big now. This is the shortest side because it's rectangular. So this is the longest side. And it's quite big now, but it's nowhere near big enough that he wants it enormous. It's lovely and soft, and I'm making it with mostly with this Premier Puzzle yarn, which is the colour of Riddle. Looks more blue when you see it like that, but there is quite dusky, kind of darker shades in there that are kind of moody. I like it like that though. That's part of its charm. I like a bit of moodiness, but that's mostly with this, and a very, very dark blue on the alternate rows, making that little bit. But that's so dark it looks black, although it isn't really black. So everybody's probably seen this. This is my wrap, which I've done the tutorial now for the wrap. There's a tutorial for the blanket as well. I will try to put links and links at the end where I can. So this is now up, and after I've finished this, I'm going to start filming the border. And I'm not sure when that's how long it's going to take me, but I have the beauty of having another camera now is that I can film the border on this one, and even if I have to keep coming back to it, as long as it doesn't malfunction, it'll still be there. So watch out for that. That's going to be up and coming. Now I absolutely love this yarn. It is the James C. Brett Northern Lights. I love this pink one. This is my favourite of all of them, although they do a rainbow one which I would like to get hold of. It's NL08 is the colour of this, but it's just, I love the pink. It's just beautiful. So I'll put that one over there with the blanket. So those ones you've pretty much seen. Now I made this square some time ago, and I did a tutorial for this square, and I said I want to make a beach bag. I don't know if you remember. It was a while back now, and I made a few of them, and I thought it'd make a really cool beach bag. But the only problem being, I haven't got any more of this lemon. I've found another ball of this, so if I can find a nice bright lemon, then I will make them all the same, and I will do a beach bag with this because it's nice and sturdy. It's really quite chunky because it sits proud above it. It's got a sturdiness to it, which I like. So I'm going to make a beach bag with those. I haven't got a whip bag for them. Then you may remember this. I haven't touched it for a while, and this needs finishing. So I have the yarn there ready, and I'm making this. It's a cotton tote bag, and it's a bit of a big un. So because it's got a side and a bottom, and then so if I was to pinch the side in, then it is 3 wide, but of course that's the side and the bottom. It feels so soft. And I'm making this with denim yarn, which I got in Aldi some time ago. It's part of the knit pearl range, So Crafty Knit Pearl, which I always think of Granny D, Knit Pearl and Squirrel when I of course that doesn't sound the same in England, you know, Knit Pearl and Squirrel. Doesn't have quite the same ring to it. But this is the denim yarn anyway. This is the blue, obviously. Might state the obvious. And this is the variegated, well, the kind of stripy. But the weird thing is, one of them's thinner than the other. This one is the fatter. A bit odd, but it's just the way the cookie crumbles, isn't it, sometimes? So if I put that inside there, and what I've got to do now is the top part. I'm making this as a crochet along. So I've filmed a good 3 parts of it so far. And I just need to now think about the top and the liner and the strap. Then we're done. And I can get the crochet along put up. It's weird because I filmed them ages ago, and it is odd because, you know, normally speaking, crochet along, but I'm going to try and put them all up at once because I don't like the idea of you waiting for it. So that's that whip. I've got lots of these little organza bags that some yarn has arrived in over the years that I've decided to try and keep my whips together in them where I can. So that's that one. Then I started making this bag, and I made it out of this Vanna's Choice and this Glitz and Glam yarn. And I liked it, and then all of a sudden I didn't, which is a bit silly. So it's got a side and it's got a base, and this is the top. So if I put that like this, and then I just put that on, I was going to sew that, oopsie, I don't know if you're getting this actually, sew that on there like that, so that when it folds over, and there will be a big blue button here, and I might put some kind of pocket with the Vanna's Choice. So that's what that looked like. Then it'll have a big crossbody strap, big strappage going across the top. And the reason I chose this is because it's very sturdy yarn. It's kind of thick, and I wouldn't say overly soft, but you know, it's not rough. I did try making the bit that goes across the top in the Vanna's Choice, but it's too flimsy. But that's the one that I've got anyway. It's, there we go, Vanna's Choice. And what colour is it? Why is it always upside down when I look for colours? It just is, just the way it goes. Colonial Blue. Nice. 860 Colonial Blue. There's also 109. One of those is the colour. But obviously that's a Lion brand Vanna's Choice. Very nice. So that's, I did have oh no, it was inside its actual bag, wasn't it? So that's how much of the Vanna's Choice I've used. So, getting through them indeed. So what's this one? Oh, I think this was yarn that came when I ordered some of that for Gary's blanket. It arrived in this bag, which was very, very handy. So now this has got my purple blanket in and some swatches that I've done. And here it is. I started doing this and I haven't done any more since I've been ill, but I will have to get back onto it and get this tutorial up. So that's the purples, made with purples, which is a Poundland purples, but you can use any variegated, and a solid purple, which you can't really see on this part here. But as I worked my way out, I just made the sections of the colours bigger, so it would grow exponentially. That's a good word, isn't it? So I kind of done a few different variations with that design, changing colours here and there, getting a different, I've had a thought, getting a different sort of, what's the word, effect. If I wanted to do a pocket on that bag, I could do it like this, couldn't I? Only obviously not as big with those colours. Oh, maybe I will. Maybe I'll try it, see how it goes. See little kernels of these little nuggets, they pop in your head, and then you just think, oh, where did that come from? So this one's almost done. I put it up against Roxy the mannequin. My blind was moving and I thought it might have just been me. Again, in another little organza bag. They've got to really come in invaluable, those things. So this is the mini skirt that I've been making, and I don't want to pull it undone. Just have to make the loop bigger before I show you. Here we go. Oh, that's tight. Why are you tight? Because I'm going the wrong way, maybe. That's it. Right, here we go. So this is the mini skirt that I've been making, and it's got this big so far. I put it up against Roxy, my mannequin, and it's almost the length I want it to be. Almost. So it's not really like gone in a lot with the ribbon, but obviously that does stretch right out anyway. But the whole top section will be the rib. Now, sometimes this ribbon can turn over like that. So I was in two minds as to whether to double up like this and make it so it's ever so fat then, ever so chunky. And Gary said, why don't you just put belt loops on it? And I thought, wow, now that's a brilliant idea. And I could do them in this yarn here, which should be here somewhere, but it's not. I don't want to put it, but it's Boho Spirit by Signet. So that would be quite easy. Just put bright coloured belt loops on that. That'd be quite effective. So that is probably the way to go. And then I might, if I can, find a nice belt. I don't know that I'll make a belt, but we'll see. We'll see. So lastly, I think it's lastly, I've got a stray one of those. I think this is lastly. I've probably got other whips dotted about. I started to make a blanket for River. Now River is now a few months old, I guess, and she's now gone into a cot, you know, like a crib. You know when they're newborn and they go into little cribs and then later on they go into a bigger crib. So she's in a bigger one, like we call them cots in the UK. I don't know what you call them over in your neck of the woods. But I used some variegated yarn that I bought recently, and it's beautiful and soft. And I'm not sure about it. It's right at the bottom of the bag. Of course it is. So this is it. Beautiful yarn. It's called Wonder Soft Merry-Go-Round Double Knitting by Stylecraft. And it is so ultra soft. It is beautiful yarn. But the thing I don't like about it, once I started using it, was that it had white in it. So, and the way that the colours just change abruptly. So on some of these squares, now this is a variation on a square that I have made before. It was the one that I did last year for Easter, the circle in the sand. Well, this one's going to be called something like Tickled Pink. I don't know, but I've changed it quite a lot. So we've got that variegated yarn in all of the round section, and then we go with white, and then we've got pink. But I've gone through back loops only to make a ridge there to sort of help with your eye see that square. So, and I've done more rounds, and that's it basically. I like it like that, and several of them look really cool. Like it's got a lilac colour in it. It's also got a very, very pale pink, but then sometimes they change. That's fine. But it does have this very pale bit. That's still pale pink. But there is one. I think I might have got rid of it. I don't know. Have you got one that's got white in it? Do you think I can find it now? Oh, maybe it's under here. Let's have a look. There it is. See, this one I'm not happy with, because this white just doesn't look right. So when it come to the next time that white came round, I took it out, you know, and put it to one side, and I used it in this centre, which looks okay, because it's kind of not as white as the actual brilliant white. So it doesn't look too bad. So what I might have to do is frog this one, or use this as one of the, when I finally do a tutorial for it, use it as part of the swatch, because I'll have to make some to show the border, because this is going to be huge, this blanket. It's going to be like a child's cot size. So to actually, it's going to be quite hard going filming that border. Is going to take me all afternoon and evening. Well, maybe I might end up doing some today, some tomorrow. But yeah, that's the only thing that I was not keen on, was where absolutely gorgeous yarn feels amazing. It's really lovely to work with. It's called Pink Slash Lilac, and had it not had the white in, I would have been a lot happier. But, you know, it is what it is. I could have used a different yarn. You remember the circle in the sand one? I did have this one. I could have used this, and then there would have been no problem. It would have just been like, it's the same yarn, only different colour. But obviously it's a way different vibe. This is pastel and this is, well, in your face, man, in your face. So this Stylecraft 100 gram. Let's see what else we can tell you about it. 100% premium acrylic, 294 meters, 322 yards, pink / lilac, 3119. But it's beautiful, really, really lovely. It's so soft. But I'm not, you know, I'm just going to have to make sure that when it comes to the white bit that I whip it out, because I don't like that white bit. So the pink that I'm using is a King Cole, what's that say? Baby double knit. Just baby double knit, that's all it says. But it's a lovely coloured pink. And this costs £2.30 from my local, which isn't very local anymore because that one shut down and I've got to go further afield. But it's still fairly local, I suppose. So this is 100 grams. It's acrylic, but it's lovely and soft. It's 320 yards or 290 meters. And it's just called shade 6 pink. But that's lovely. So that's my and it went well, you know, it's nice. So that's cool. And for the white, excuse me, I'm just using some yarn that I picked up when ages and ages ago when I went to Wilko, not Pound Stretcher, Wilko, which is another kind of inexpensive store in the UK. But it's just a nice white yarn, and it's the Amelia range, which is Canan. I always think they rip off Karen because all of their yarns were very similar. But it's just white and it is lovely and soft, and so that's what I'm using. But you can use any, as long as they're all the same weight. It doesn't have to be DK after all. But the reason I wanted it to be DK and I wanted it to be fairly fine was because it's nice and summery. So she can have this on her bed throughout the summer and, you know, pretty. So that's what I'm doing now. That's what I've been doing over the last few evenings. Not that I've been sitting doing it very much, only an hour or so here and there with all the other bits and bobs that I've got to do. So that is, I think, all my whips. Although I probably have some dotted around that I've forgotten about. And I probably have some that are very long term, like the Willow Square blanket, which is in the wardrobe, and the chunky Mile a Minute, which is again in the wardrobe. There's probably a few others, you know, that I started on and have become UFOs. But I do want to finish those, you know. It's not that I will leave them for eternity. I'm hoping to get them done. And I do absolutely love this Robin paint box. I'd like to do something with this as well. But, you know, I wanted something pastel and beautiful and all girly and lovely. But I've got a little idea for a project for River, a little toy that I want to make her. So I need to sort of figure out how I'm going to do that. Watch this space. So, thanks for watching. And stay safe and take care. And watch out for the border for the wrap. That'll be coming up shortly. That'll be next, I believe. So, thanks for watching again. See you soon. Bye for now, everyone. Did you just see my hair fall out? Oh, well. Baldy. Bye.